various graph, Euler graph, Hamiltonian graph. Now today we discuss the matrix representation of a graph. Okay, how we convert a graph into a matrix form. Why we are converting the matrix form? Because it is easy to manipulate and store into the computer. Now we convert in the matrix form, that is 1D array or 2D array, and we can easily manipulate, we can easily store in the computer. So today we discuss about matrix representation of a graph. Before this defining, we discuss what is the directed graph, or already we discussed about simple graph. What is the points in simple graph? A graph G equals to V comma E with no self loop and no parallel edges is called a simple graph. This is already we discussed in previous lectures. The following characteristics has a simple graph: no arrows means no direction, no loop, and cannot have multiple edges joining the vertices. So these are the three basic characteristics for simple graph. It has no arrow, no self loop, and cannot have multiple edges joining the vertices. Now we discuss what is a directed graph. This is a very important concept in graph theory, directed graph. A directed graph G equals to V comma E consists of a set of vertices V and the set of directed edges. The elements of E are order pair of vertices. So there is some difference between simple graph and directed graph. In directed graph, the edges has E means edges has some direction. Okay, so in this case, suppose E equals to U comma V be any edge which is connecting the vertices U and V, then U and V in the form of order pair. In simple graph, we have U comma V is another pair. U comma V and V comma U are the same. But in the directed graph, it is different. Means U comma V means we are directing from U to V. Okay. Now simple take an example here. V equals to A comma B comma C are three vertices. If suppose V equals to three vertices A comma B comma C, and suppose we define a set. The A set is defined as A comma C comma A comma B and C comma B. In this case, A comma C is differ from the C comma A. But in simple graph, A comma C is equals to the C comma A. But in directed graph, A comma C has the order pair, so we are directing from vertex A to C. A directed edges is defined by an order pair rather than an unordered pair. That is, the order pair A comma B is different from the order pair B comma A, while the unordered pair A comma B is same as a B comma A. So this is the basic difference between directed graph and undirected graph. Now this is the example, the example of directed graph here. In a directed graph, each edge has a direction. I am taking a simple example here. What is the directed graph? Suppose I am defining here a graph. This is a simple graph having having V1, V2 and V3. This is a simple graph, but we put direction to each edge, then it will become directed graph. So in this case, V1 comma V2 means V is the direction from to V2. Okay. The order pair of vertices we represent comma U comma V directed from U comma U to V. For the edge U comma V, U is adjacent to V and V is adjacent from U, where U is the initial vertex and V is the terminal vertex. Suppose we define any order pair by U comma V, so in this case, so U will be initial vertex and V will be terminal vertex. because u comma v is a order pair. Now in simple graph we define degree of each vertex, but in directed graph we define degree of we define in degree and out degree of each vertex. So what is the in degree? In degree of graph, in degree of a vertex u is the number of edges which are coming into vertex u. That means the number of edges for which u is a terminal vertex, that is number of edges incidence to a vertex u. Okay, suppose we define a order pair here. This is a u to v. Okay, so in this case, so u is a terminal vertex for any edge e. That means e is incidence out from u. Okay, that is the number of edges incidence into a vertex u. Notation, this is the notation of, this is a degree of, the notation of this is degree of minus v is the notation of in degree. Out degree of a vertex u is the number of edges which are going out from the vertex u. The number of edges for which u is initial vertex, that the number of edges incidence out a vertex u. The notation is denoted by degree of plus u. Degree of plus u, either degree of minus u. Okay, so this is the in degree and out degree. So in this case we define what is the in degree and out degree. Vertex u is the initial vertex and vertex v is the terminal vertex of the degree u comma v. We also say that the edge is incidence out u and incidence into v. Now we consider example. Now first we loop contributes 1 to both in degree and out degree in a directed graph. Now directed graph is also known as the digraph. We consider example here. V equals to v having 3 vertices. The edges are u comma w, v comma w, u comma v. Okay, so what will be the in degree and out degree in this case? We consider example here. We consider example here. The example is, suppose this is u, this is v, and this is w. Okay, the direction is this, the direction is this, and the direction is this. Okay, so what is the vertex set? Vertex set is here u, v comma w, and what is the edge set? Edge set is u comma v. These are the order pair, v comma u comma v, then v comma w, and u comma w. These are the order pair, u comma w and u comma v and v comma w. These are the order pair. Okay, so what is the degree of u? Okay, suppose this is the in degree, this is the out degree here, u comma v. Okay, so degree of here, degree of plus u, degree of minus u. So this is the your okay, and similarly what will the degree of u? Degree of plus u, how many edges? Okay, degree of plus u. Okay, so this is the 2 edges. Here 2 edges is incidence out from u, so the degree of plus u. So degree of plus u will be 2, and in degree. Okay, so this is a 0 because no edge is incidence in this case. Similarly, degree of minus v, sorry, degree of plus v and degree of minus v. Degree of plus v and degree of minus v both are 1 1 because one edge is incidence in and one edge is incidence out. Similarly, the degree of plus w equals to, here this will be degree of plus will be plus will be 0, but degree of minus w will be 2 because 2 degrees incidence in w, so this is 2 and out degree will be 0 here. So this is some basic concept in directed graph. in degree and out degree. Now, the very important concept here, the matrix representation of a graph. How we can define a graph into matrix form. This is a very important concept while we solve the practical problem based on graph. So there are two principal ways to represent a graph G with the matrix. First is incidence matrix relationship and दूसरा है adjacency matrix representation. So we have two types of representation. First है आपका incidence matrix representation and second is adjacency matrix representation. Okay, so first we discuss ki what is the incidence matrix representation. For we are defining for simple graph. Both first we define for simple graph. Okay, we also define for multi-graph. We also define for directed graph. So first we defining incidence matrix relationship representation and adjacent matrix representation for simple graph. That means undirected graph. If an undirected graph G equals to V comma E with no self loop consists of n vertices and m edges, then the incidence matrix is an n by m matrix defined by C equals to Cij and defined by. We define a matrix C equals to Cij. Cij is the element of matrix. Okay, so what will be element of matrix? C equals to, that means Cij equals to, it will be 1 or it will be 0. It will be either 1 or 0 if the vertex, when it will be 1, if the vertex Vi is okay incidence by Ei. That means if any edge is incidence on any vertex, then we put 1, otherwise it will be 0. If not incidence, we put 0 otherwise. This is a simple concept. If any edge is incidence on any vertex, then put 1, otherwise 0. In incidence matrix, the row represents the vertex and the column represents the edges. So while we define, so this will be n by matrix. So n denotes the number of vertex and m denotes the number of edges. The number of ones in an incidence matrix of the undirected graph is equal to the sum of the degree of all the vertices in a graph. This is the basic concept we will discuss after the example. Graph is given here and we have to find the incidence matrix of the given graph. So what will the incidence matrix? We discuss here. We consider an example. Okay, what is the example? We consider suppose this is V3, this is V1 and this is V2 and this is V4. The edges is, this is E1 and this is E2, this is E3, this is E4, this is E5. This is a graph. Okay, now we have to find the incidence matrix of this graph here. Okay, so how many vertex? First we define the vertex set. How many vertex here? V1, comma V2, comma V3, comma V4. And what is the edge set? E equals to how many edges? E1, comma E2, comma E3, comma E4, comma E5. Okay, so that means the order of the matrix will be 4 by 5 because there is a 4 vertex and 5 edges. So the order will be 4 by 5. Okay, so we define. So here what is your n? N equals to 4. Number of vertices is m equals to 5. Now in incidence matrix, row represents vertices and column represents edges. So we define. Now we define C equals to column represents edges and this is V1, comma V2, V3 and V4. Row represents vertices. Okay. Now E1 is incidence on V1. Okay. E1 is incidence on V1, so we put this is the 1, and also incidence on V3. So E1 is not incidence on V2, so we put 0, is put 1, and E1 is not incidence on E4, so it will be 0. The column of the matrix is 1, 0, 1, 1. Similarly, E2 is incidence on V3 as well as on V2. Okay, so we take the E2. So E2 is incidence on V1. Not incidence is not on V1, so put 0. The incidence on V2 put 1. Incidence on V2 V3 1, and incidence on not incidence on V4, so put 0 here. Similarly for E3 is incidence on V2 as well as on V4, so 0, then 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay. Next, E4 is incidence on V1 as well as on V4. So for E1 is 1, otherwise 0, 0, and for V4 is 1. E5 is incidence on V3 as well as on V4, so we put 0, 0, 1, 1. Then order of the matrix is 4 by 5. This is the incidence matrix of a given graph. Okay. This is the E1, E2, E3, E4, and this is V1, V2, V3, V4. This is the matrix. This is the incidence matrix of given graph. Now some observation about incidence matrix. Because this is also related to how we find the degree of each vertex and what is the relationship between them. The sum of each row is equal to the degree of the corresponding vertex. Sum of each row is equal to the degree of corresponding vertex. Suppose if you have to find the what is the degree of V1, so here the sum of row of these elements, that is 2, and here is degree of V1 is also 2. So sum of each row is equal to the degree of corresponding vertex. What is the degree of V3? Degree of V3 is here 3. Degree of V3 is 3. So here just we sum the elements of V3, row V3, we get 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus, this is 3. The first observation. Each column of incidence matrix has exactly ones, since every edge is incidence on exactly 2 vertices. देखिए, this E1 is incidence on 2 vertex, V1 and V2. So each column will have exactly 2 ones. Exactly once. देखिए, here is. Okay. If a row has all zeros, then the corresponding vertex is an isolated vertex. Okay. So in this graph there is no any isolated vertex. Okay. So all row having ones, at least once. So this is not a isolated vertex. For parallel edges, the corresponding columns are identical in incidence matrix. Suppose we take one example here. Suppose V1 and V3 is also having the parallel edges. Okay, means the 2 edges having the same initial vertex and terminal vertex, then the edges are known as the parallel edges. So we define here another edge E6, then it is E6. Okay, then E6 will be incidence on V2 and V3, V2 and V3, V2 and V3, so put 0. Okay, just to see, E2 and E6 are parallel edges, so their corresponding column will be identical. So they see C's and E2 and E6 columns are identical. Okay, so there are some observations for incidence matrix, and these observations are very helpful. Those students who are preparing for the IIT JEM, those who are preparing for the higher studies, this will be very helpful. Helpful for the students. Now the another matrix representation is adjacency matrix. Adjacency adjacency matrix representation. Okay. The incidence matrix is also known as vertex edge matrix, because in this case we have row represent vertex and column represents edges. So it is also known as a vertex edge representation. Adjacency matrix is vertex to vertex matrix. That means row is also represent vertex and column also represent a vertex. So it is a vertex to vertex matrix. So in this case, both row and column represents vertex. If an undirected graph G equals to V comma E consists of n vertices and no parallel edges, then the adjacency matrix of a graph G is an n by n matrix. This is always a square matrix. Define A equals to Aij, defined by the elements of Aij equals to, suppose we define Aij, this is the n by n, this is a square matrix, because row is represent vertex and column represents edges, so this is a n by n matrix. Okay, and the elements of A will be either 1 or 0. If Vi vertex, it will be 1. If Vi vertex is adjacent to Vj, then put 1. Otherwise, if they are not adjacent to each other, then put 0. Okay, so if Vi is an S and Vi is adjacent to Vj, then put 1, otherwise 0. Okay. If there exists an edge between vertex Vi and Vi, where I is a row and j is the column, then the value of Aij will be 1 and otherwise it will be 0. For the given example, we find what will be the adjacency matrix for the given graph. The graph is defined here. Okay, the graph is given. That is A. We can also label vertex as ABC, A, B, C, and D. Okay, these are the graph. We are not labeling the edges because this is not required here. Only we have to find the adjacency relationship between vertices. Okay, a graph. How many vertex in this graph? V equals to A, comma B, comma C, comma D. There are 4 vertex, so the adjacency matrix will be 4 by 4. The order of the matrix will be 4 by 4. That means it is a okay, a square matrix. Since graph G consists 4 vertices, therefore the adjacency matrix will be order of 4 by 4. The adjacency matrix is follows as. Now, how we find the adjacency matrix for this one? Here A equals to, okay, this is the column represent vertices, also row represents edges. Sorry, column represents V vertices and row also represent the vertices here. If they are adjacent, then put 1, otherwise 0. Just to see this graph here, from A, edge adjacent to all 4 vertices, all 3 other vertices. Okay, A to B, A to C, and A to D. So there is no any self loop, then put 0. A to A is 0, then A to B is 1, A to C is 1, and A to D is 1. Okay, similarly find for the B column. Here B is B is adjacent to all other 3 vertices here. So B to A1, B to B 0, 1, 1. Similarly for C is adjacent to all other 3 vertices. So this will be C to A1, 1, 0, and 1. And D is also adjacent to all other vertices. So 1, 1, 1, and 0. Okay, so this is the adjacency matrix of a given graph, and the order of the matrix is 4 by 4. Okay, just to see the example here, simple example is given here. Okay, now what are the basic observations of this graph? Okay, some observation about the adjacency matrix. The principal diagonals has all zeros if and only if G has no self loop. Okay, because these are principal diagonals. These principal diagonals are all zeros. because the graph not having any self loop. If G is a without self loop, the sum of any row or any column is equal to the degree of the corresponding vertex, since A is a symmetric matrix. So this is your symmetric matrix. So what is the degree of A? The degree of A is here 3, and the sum of row is also 3. So the sum row is equals to the degree of the corresponding vertex. Two graphs. This is a very important observation here. Ki yesterday we discussed about ki isomorphism of graph. When two graphs are structurally different, but internally structurally they are the same. So we have some corresponding vertices concept in one-to-one correspondence between the vertices in graph G1, G2 should be there. But directly with the help of adjacency matrix, we can also find out the two graphs are isomorphic or not. Okay. So if two graphs G1 and G2 are isomorphic, if and only if the adjacency matrix of one can be derived from the adjacency matrix of the other by simply interchanging some of the columns and the corresponding rows. That means first, if you have to test about the graphs are isomorphic or not, G1 and G2 are isomorphic or not, first you have to find the adjacency matrix of the both the graphs, and if there are the similarities between them, then we say both the graph are isomorphic. Okay. So in next lecture we will take an example. We take two graphs ki both are Aij, so then Aij equals to, this will be 1 or 0. When 1, ki if Vi comma j has an edge, then Vi comma Vj has an edge. Okay, that means Vi is initial vertex and Vj is final vertex. Means if there is any direction Vi to Vj, then put 1. Okay, otherwise 0. Otherwise 0. Okay, a simple concept. We have to know what is the meaning of Vi to Vj. That means V is the initial vertex and Vj is final vertex. Then put 1, otherwise 0. If there exists an edge between Vi and Vj, where Vi is initial vertex and Vj is final vertex, then the value of Aij will be 1, otherwise it will be 0. The number of ones in the adjacency matrix of a directed graph is equal to the number of edges. So the number of edges, the number of ones in the adjacency matrix in a directed graph will be equal to its number of edges. Now we take a simple example here, simple example of the directed graph, and you have to find the adjacency matrix of this directed graph. So we consider example here. Okay, so this is the, now put direction between them. We put direction here, is this is direction here, this is also here, and this direction is here, and this way, and this way, and this way, and this way, and this is V1, V2, and this is V3, V4, and this is the V5. Okay. Now how many vertex in graph, in given graph? The vertex set is V1 comma V2 comma V3 comma V4 comma V5. The vertex set, they have 5 vertex, so the order of the matrix will be, order of the adjacency matrix will be 5 by 5. Okay. The adjacency matrix will be of 5 by 5 matrix. The adjacency matrix of the directed graph is defined as follows. First we define matrix, the element of matrix we define here. So suppose A equals to, we denote this matrix denoted by A. Row is also represent vertex and column is also represent a vertex. So V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. So here is, and here is V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. Column is also denotes vertex and row is also denotes the vertex. So the graph will be like this. Okay, so when we put 1, if Vi to Vj, then put 1, otherwise 0. So just to see this graph here, the direction from V1 to V2, okay, the direction from V1 to V2, so from V1 to V2 we will put 1, okay, so V1 to V1 there is no any self loop, so we put 0 here, no self loop 0, then V1 to V2 is direction here, so we put 1, okay, from V1 to V3 is also direction, so we have 1, okay, so sorry, okay, we have also 1 here. So there is some mistake in this, okay, so V1 is also incidence, V1 is incidence to V2, V1 is incidence to V2, so put 1, V1 is incidence to V2 is put 1, V1 is V3 is there is no relationship, to put 0 and 0, okay. Now V1 to V2 is a direction, sorry, this is the V1 to no 0, V1 to V2 direction, to put 1, then V1 and V2 direction 0, 0, 0. Now this is the correction here, okay. Now V1 to V1 no direction, sorry, no self loop, so 0, so V1 to V2 direction, so 1, V1 to V3 this is 1, V1 to V4 no direction, so 0, V1 to V4 no adjacent to 0, okay. Now V2, now V2 is have direction from V4, okay, only one direction is there, V2 to V4 here, so V2 to V4 and V2 to V1, okay, so 1, so we put here V2 to V2 to V1, that is 0, V2 0, then V2 to V3 no 0, 1 and 0. The matrix will be 0 0 0 1 1, sorry, row will be 0 0 0 1 0. Now V3 is adjacent to V4, V3 is adjacent to V5, okay, so V3 is not adjacent to V1, so put 0, not adjacent to V2, put 0, so V3 is adjacent to V4 and V5, so 1 1, so 1 1 1, okay. So V3 row is 0 0 0 1 1, because V3 is having the direction from, sorry, V3 has the direction from direction to V4 and direction to V5. Now V4 has the only direction to V5 here, so 0 0 0 0 and 1, okay, and V5 is not directed to any other vertex here, because all the directions or edges are incidence in V5 and no incidence out, so 0 0 0 0 0, okay. So this is the your incidence matrix, sorry, this is the your adjacency matrix here for the given graph, okay. Just to see V5 having the all zeros, okay. Some observation, the sum of the ith row is equal to the out degree of the Vi, and the sum of the ith column is equal to the in degree of the vertex Vi. So row will gives the out degree and column will gives in degree. This is a very important concept here, okay. So row, this is a row for out degree and column for in degree. Easily we can verify. In previous example we will discuss about what is the in degree and out degree and how we find the in degree and out degree. Now what is the incidence matrix representation of directed graph? Okay, adjacency matrix is vertex to vertex matrix, but incidence matrix is a vertex to edge matrix. So in this case, now we take one example here. Okay, and what is the matrix? What is the format of matrix? So if a directed graph G consists of n vertices and m edges, then the incidence matrix will be of order n by a matrix, and we define C equal to Cij, and the elements of C are either 1, -1 or 0. -1 is for in degree and out degree. 1 and -1 why we define? For in degree and out degree here. So 1 if Vi is the initial vertex. है ना? If Vi is the initial vertex, है ना? For any is Ei, then put 1. -1 if Vi is the final vertex of Ei, then put -1, and 0 if Vi is not Vi has no incidence H Ei, then put 0. So there are 3 elements, 1, -1 and 0. The number of ones in an incidence matrix is equal to the number of edges in a graph. We will verify this after finding the incidence matrix of given graph. Now this is the example here. This is the example. You to find the incidence matrix of the given directed graph. Just to recall, when it will be 1, when it will be -1, and when it will be 0. The elements of matrix. Suppose we consider a graph here. Okay. So this is V1, V4, V2 and V3. Okay. The direction is this way. This is the direction. This is the direction. Then this. This is the graph here. Here E1, that is E2, that is E3, that is E4, and that is E5. Okay. Just to see the concept of if we have Vi to Vj, then this is Vi's initial vertex and Vj is final vertex. If direction is from Vi to Vj, then Vi is initial vertex and Vj is final vertex. Okay, so just to see the example here. The directed graph consists of 4 vertices. The vertex set for this graph is V1, V2, V3, V4. Okay. Okay. So, and H set is E1, E2, E3, E4 and E5. Then the order of the matrix will be 4 by 5. Okay, N is 4, M is 5, so the order of matrix will be 4 by 5. Okay, now we define a matrix here. Okay, the elements of matrix, we define a matrix M equals to, row represents vertices and column represents edges. So V1, V2, V3 and V4. Here is V1, sorry, here is E1, E2, E3, E4 and E5. Okay, now define the matrix here. Okay, here is, first we take the V1 here. Okay, so V1, in this structure diagram, V1, that V1 is not directing from V2, but V2 is directing from V1, and so find the E1. Okay, so E1, so for E1, V2 is initial vertex, but V1 is final vertex. So we are finding for V1, so V1 the value will be -1. Okay. Now for V2 will be it will be +1. Why? Because V2 is for E1, V2 is initial vertex and v1 is final vertex, so we put in first value, this is -1 and this is the 1. Okay, now v3 and v4, the e3 e1 is not incidence on v3 and v4, so we put 0 0. Now for the edge e2, okay, so e2 direction, this is the v3, this is the e3, so e3 has v2 as a initial vertex and v3 has a final vertex. So for v1, so e2 is not incidence on v1, so we put 0 here, but for v2 it is 1, this is -1 and 0. Okay, why we put v3 -1 here for e2? Because for e2 v3 is the final vertex and v2 is initial vertex. Similarly for e3 has direction from v3 to v4, from v3 to v4, तो v1 के लिए 0 होगा, v2 के लिए 0, from v3 to v4, तो v3 के लिए 1 और v4 के लिए -1. Okay, now for e4 is incidence on v4 to v2. Okay, v4 to v2, तो v4 to v2, so for v4 it will be 1, for v3 is 0, and for -1 and 0. So this is 0, -1, 0, 1. Okay, now e5. So e5 is incidence on v2 to v4. That means v2 is initial vertex and v1 is the final vertex. So final vertex, so we put -1 here for v1, 0, 0, and for v4 we put 1. Okay, so this is a simple incidence matrix for directed graph here. Okay, just to see example here. Okay, just to find key what is the direction, which one is the final vertex. If it is final vertex, put -1, and if it is initial vertex for any vertex, then put 1. Now we have discussed incidence matrix and adjacency matrix for simple graph and directed graph. Now we discuss it for multigraph. The definition of multigraph. We have discussed about simple graph and directed graph. So what is a multigraph? Multigraph is a graph which have either self loop or parallel edges or both. Some author also define कि the multigraph is a graph which is having only parallel edges, or multi edges is known as the multigraph. Okay, the graph which is having self loop or parallel edges is known as the pseudograph. So here we are taking as a multigraph which is having either self loop or parallel edges or both. If a multigraph G consists of vertices, then the adjacency matrix of graph is an n by n matrix, where ai equals to aj and defined by the what will the element of matrix here, aij equals to. Okay, here is also for the adjacency matrix, this is the vertex to vertex matrix, vertex to vertex matrix. So row represent vertex and also column represent the vertex here. If aij equals to n, capital N is the number of edges between vi and vg. ठीक है, if there is an edge between vi to vj, okay, so n is the number of edges between vi to vj, otherwise put 0. Okay, similar to simple graph. See, in simple graph we are not having any multiple edges, yeah, we are not having parallel edges. So, okay, so we put here 1, otherwise we put 0. But here we put the capital N denotes the if there exists one or more edge between vertex vi to vj, then we put capital N, or n is the number of edges between vi and vg. Simple concept is there. If there exists one or more edge, more than one edge between the vertex vi and vj, then Aij equals to n, where n is the number of edges between Vi and Vj. If there is no edge between Vi and Vj, then we put 0. So we consider an example here. This is the example of multigraph, which is having both self loop and parallel edges. Okay. Now we take this example, and for this example, what will be the adjacency matrix? First we see the vertex set is, here is vertex set is, how many vertex? Then this V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. There are 5 vertex. So this is V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. 5 vertex here. Okay, here row represents the vertices and column represents the vertices. And the order of the matrix will be 5 by 5 here, because here n equals to 5. The order of matrix will be 5 by 5. And then what will be the adjacency matrix for this one? So we define a matrix A equals to in row V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5, in column V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. It is also a symmetric matrix here. Okay. Now V1 to V1, just to see the graph here, just to see the graph, this is V1. So there is no self loop on V1. Okay, so we put here 0. Now V1 to V2. Okay, V1 to V2, just to see here, this is the V1, V1 to V2. How many edges? There are 3 edges. Okay, so this is the multi-graph here. So V1 to V2 is 3, we put 3. Then V1 to V4, V1 to V3. Okay, V1 to V3, there are no edge, so we put 0. V1 to V4, just to V1 to V4, there is a n edge between this one, so we put here 1. And V1 to V5, we put, okay, V1 to V4, okay, V1 to V4, okay, we put V1 to V4 we put 1, and V4 to V5 we put 0 here. Okay, because there is no edge between in this graph, so there is no edge between V1 to V5 here. Now again symmetric matrix, so we have V2 to V1, which is 3. There is no self loop, so put 0. Okay, then see V2 to V3, sorry, V2 to V5. So V2 to V3, no, not direct connected. So V2 to V3 0, and V2 to V4, V2 to V4 not directly connected, to put 0. And here will be how many edges there? There are 1, 2 and 3. So this will be here 3. Here is 2 edges, so 2. Okay. Now V3 to V1, just to see this graph, V3 to V1, V3 to V1. Okay, there is no any direct edge, we put 0. Okay, so again V3 to V2, no direct edge. Now V3 to V3, there is no any self loop here. V2 to V3 here, no self loop. So V3 is connected, this is V5. So V4 is also a 0, and it is 1, and this is 1. There is a V3 to V, okay, V3 to V5 and V3 to V4. So put 1, 1 here. Okay, now V4. So V4 to V1, 1. There is an edge between V4 to V2. Just to see this graph, V4 to V2, 0. V4 to V3, V4 to V3, they are directly connected, that is 1. Then V4 to V4, no one self loop is there, इसलिए 1. And V4 to V4 not directly connected, so put the 0. Now V5, no edge between V5 to V1, but V5 is connecting here, V5 is connected here, V3 and V2, V3 and V2, so 2 and V3 is 1, and 0, and this is a self loop, so we put 1. So this is the adjacency matrix for the multigraph. So okay, so 3 denotes the number of edges adjacent to V2 to V1. Okay. Okay, so we have discussed here adjacency matrix and incidence matrix for simple graph, directed graph and multigraph. Okay, next time we will take some isomorphism, how we find the isomorphism relationship between two graphs with the help of adjacency matrix. Okay, thank you so much.